Welcome back to the seasonal sessions. This month is all about positivity, thankfulness, gratitude, just trying to really keep a positive mindset this month. And today I want to talk about how everything is right on schedule. Just hopefully kind of give you that peace that you can just rest on knowing that everything is right on schedule. Because is there anything worse than feeling like your life is not on schedule, that you're off track, that you're on the wrong track, that everything is just a mess? There is nothing worse than feeling that way. And I think there's honestly nothing more relaxing than knowing that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So I want to really hone into that today and kind of break down how we can really feel that way. Now, I know there are very much times in our life when we feel our life is not on schedule, and maybe we need to hone into that too. Maybe there are times in our life where we are not where we're supposed to be. And if you have a way out of that situation, take it. Because a lot of times your intuition, actually not even a lot of times, I think every time your intuition is telling you something, your intuition knows. It's that animal instinct in us that we know internally what it is we're after. Coyotes know their prey is what? Rabbits, not snails. No, they know that. They don't go chasing snails because their intuition knows that what is a snail going to do to benefit its body? I don't think anything. And snails know that rabbits aren't their prey. They know it's lettuce and grass or whatever snails eat. Thing is, we know inside of us what our intuition needs. We know. And if we know that we need to get out of the situation we're in, okay, then let's make a plan to get out. Have you ever had that gut feeling that maybe you need to take a different route home than you typically would take? You don't know why, you just have that gut intuition feeling that I need to take a different route home. And you do, because you just feel like you don't know what it is, but something is trying to keep you from going that way. And then you found out later that day there was an accident on that road that you didn't go on, like the same time that you would have been on that road. That doesn't mean you would have been in the accident, but maybe it would have held you up. Maybe you would have been in the accident. Who knows? But it was your soul gut intuition, God, whatever, keeping you away from that. There is a reason we are supposed to follow our intuition. It knows. It knows. This has happened to me so many times in so many different circumstances of my life. Whether it's not going down an alley, whether it's not getting on a plane, whatever it is. Doesn't mean that someone got shot, doesn't mean that the plane crashed. I don't know what happens every time I follow my intuition and avoid that particular thing, but I know that I can rest at ease knowing that if I had been there, something else might have happened. Maybe I would have been the target. I don't know. But there are things that we can't see and that we need to believe that we are being protected from, even if we can't see it. In the same sense, we need to believe that there are also things that other people can't see, or that maybe sometimes we can't even see, that are also leading us on the path that we need to be on, that are actually benefiting us in the same way they're protecting us from things that we don't want to happen to us. I've spoken a little bit about this, and I want to do an entire episode, if not an entire series, on this alone, how I followed my soul intuition calling to where I'm at. That's how I ended up here. It was absolutely wild. I had never in my life felt a soul calling like this. I mean, I took a week off of work to soul search, is what I literally told my boss. I was doing his soul searching, and I felt my soul searching and telling me where I needed to go. It was the wildest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I felt so strongly that this is where I needed to come. And almost everyone in my circle was like, you know what? I feel that's what you need to do too. I felt like it was that radiantly supernatural that other people sensed it too. I mean, this was something that I had never talked about, never dreamt of, didn't even consider in the slightest bit. And then when I come out and say it, other people agreed because they could just sense it, that this is what I needed to do. The people closest to me in my life agreed that I needed to move clear across the country. They all felt that. And they obviously didn't want me to leave, but they were like, you know what? I think that's what you need to do. I really, really believe that to be true. It was so wild. But there's something to be said about following that soul calling intuition. Not to say that this journey was easy, but that's also not to say that things haven't been just laid out for me. And I can't even explain just how divine this has been. I can't even explain. I mean, I can't explain it actually. And I might do an entire series on it trying to explain this, because seriously, everything in my life that was not working out has since fell into place like pieces of a puzzle, and it's created this perfect picture. Obviously, I still have bad days, but the fact that I know I am exactly where I'm supposed to be overrides those bad days. I will get through these ripples because the same supernatural force that brought me here for some reason is going to pull me through these ripples. Because if I was able to get through the worst ripples of getting here, what's a bad day? What's a bad day? I faced worse. But if we just feel like there's nothing really particularly wrong, we just feel sort of lost. Or if you want to go by terms of my coaching business, if you just feel like you're kind of stranded away from shore, how do you get back to shore? Some people feel sunk. Some people feel like they're just kind of losing sight of shore. Other people feel like their life just has some ripples. Those are my 3 courses that you can take for my package. But I think a lot of the times we feel like our life is not on schedule because we have this vision of something that we know we're supposed to be doing, because we can just picture it out so clearly. We can just picture it. And we tell people this vision sometimes, and they're just like, what? You're literally crazy. Go back to bed. You're dreaming. And we're just like, but no, I literally saw it out. I saw it happen. I could see it. I felt it. It was me actually doing the thing. Like, seriously, I can't even tell you how many times I have had a vision of me doing something, and it feels supernatural, and like I was there and I was literally doing it, and I could feel the energy of the room, whatever it was. I could just feel it, and I just know that it's something that is going to happen to me one day, even if I don't have any clue how. No freaking clue how. There's no logical explanation to how I will get there, but I just know that it's going to happen. Hone into that. Hone into that. Don't tell yourself you're crazy. Let other people tell you you're crazy. That's fine. Use that to fuel you. But don't tell yourself you're crazy because you're not. And you know why you're not? Because that is a supernatural vision. And it's supernatural because it's between you and God. Whatever your God is, that's fine. Whether it's the universe, whether it's God himself, whether it's just your dream, whether that's your God. It's supernatural because it's real. The reason we can see this happening and it feels so real is because it is. Because it has happened in eternity. Because God is in eternity. And I think that sometimes God gives us these visions from eternity as to where we're going. Because it keeps us motivated. And I think that, that it has already happened in eternity. It has already happened. We just need to get there. We need to wait out the time and take the right path to get there. And it's not about choosing which path to take. It's, well, unless it's doing drugs or not doing drugs, it's kind of your choice. But most of the time, if you just follow your intuition, you know what you're doing. You know when something is wrong. You know when there's something else you should be doing. So do it. What you should be doing, do it. And you'll get there. And the reason that other people bash it is because they can't see it. Because it's not between them and God, it's between you and God. It's between you and God because it is that supernatural vision that only you two can see. Which is the beauty and the curse of it. Because other people can't. But the best part is, other people can't see it. And you can. And you can let them think you're crazy. But you're going to get there one day. And they're going to have no clue how you did it. And you're going to say, I just knew all along. This is what I was supposed to do. And I told you that. And I chased it. And I made it. Other people who bash you probably aren't following their soul intuition calling. That's why they think it sounds absolutely crazy that you would even do such a thing. Say such a thing. Believe in such a thing. It's not crazy. Believe in it all you can. Believe in it bigger and bigger and bigger. There is no limit. There is no limit because it's eternity. I'd say the sky is the limit, but the sky is not the limit. It goes on even higher and further than that. We can't even comprehend how limitless the possibilities are. And that's why it becomes so intimidating, because the possibilities are so grandiose that we can't even process it, and it's just too intimidating to even start. So start with small goals. Start with small goals. Whether it's make yourself a bacon burrito, or on Thursday night you're going to hang out with Kelly, or you're going to play guitar once a week, or twice a week you're going to go to the gym. Start with very actionable, small, doable goals that you know you can do and that you can grasp. And then little by little, start adding more and make them a little bit bigger. That way, when you have a goal that seems absolutely absurd, like my goal to have a private jet one day, it doesn't seem so crazy because I've executed all of my previous goals. I genuinely believe I will have a private jet one day. And I tell people this, and they're like, what? That is so intimidating to them. And don't get me wrong, it's intimidating to me too. But I genuinely believe that it will happen. I genuinely believe it because I can see it. Maybe you can't, and that's okay. Because I can, and God can. And that's all that matters. Maybe that's a bit douchey, and you know what? I don't care. I want to have Mermaid Kassandra Airlines, mostly just for the irony of putting a mermaid in the sky. I mean, hey, I haven't seen it happen yet. I could be the first. But also because I want my career to take off, literally and figuratively, into the sky, where there is no limit. Where I have to actually put Mermaid Kassandra Airlines in the sky to execute my dreams. Let me know if you guys have any other topic ideas for these seasonal sessions. Otherwise, I will be doing topics like bacon burritos or private jets. There is literally no in between. It's bacon burrito goals or private jet dreams. If that's okay, that's okay. I'm just going to keep doing this, but let me know if there is anything else you want me to talk about. Also, if you are feeling sunk, just sunk, honestly, or maybe you feel like you are losing sight of shore, or your life has a few ripples, you can book a free discovery call with me one-on-one to figure out what I can do to help you get out of this situation and get on the right path. Because, again, there is nothing worse than being on the wrong path. There is nothing worse. You can also follow me on almost any social media platform at Make Waves Coach for more free content like bacon burrito goals and private jet dreams. You can also find me on almost any social media platform at Mermaid Kassandra with a K, because I am a professional mermaid. Also, check out my podcast, Make Waves Mermaid Kassandra, every place podcasts are found. I will be back with more. Don't go too far. But in the meantime, go out there and make waves. Mwah.